I'm in a war with my own body, with my own self, with my own brain, and I'm suffering from a lot of feelings, love, humanity, and many other sources. So, today we are going to discuss what is anxiety, what is depression, what are the causes of depression, and how can we identify that someone has depression, or he or she might be needing doctor or psychologist or psychiatrist. So, I have a guest who's appearing on this channel for the second time. Her name is Anum. Yeah, Anum, how are you today?
I am good. Yeah.
Okay. How was your journey early morning?
It was good.
It's 8 o'clock local time here in Pakistan, and we are sitting here recording a vlog for you so that it can help you guys. So feel free to comment and subscribe as well, because I need your support. We need your support so that we can make lots and lots of content for you guys. Yeah. All right. Anam, हम कैसे बता सकते हैं, how can we identify that this person might be suffering from depression?
Okay, so initially we can see the symptoms. If you have a friend, you see him, he is withdrawing from you, like वो eventually पीछे हो गया friendship में. You see him tired, you see him talking less, you see him not eating much, avoid social gathering and all those stuff. And then definitely there is a cause of it, and if you guys are friends, you would know that there is some problems at his home, yeah, there is some things with his studies or whatever the reasons are. So if someone is withdrawing and he is not eating much, he is not sleeping much, you can see his dark circles, you can see that he is physically weak and he's not interested in things, he lacks concentration. He might say terms like he feels his life is meaningless, he feels he's worthless, and all those things. That is like the first indicator of the person is being in depression.
So it's just like me, like I was saying, I'm in a war with my own body, with my own brain, with my own soul. So these are the symptoms of depression.
Yeah, these are definitely the symptoms.
Okay, so anyone can be feeling like he or she is suffering from depression. What is the difference? How can you identify that this person is not suffering, this person is suffering from depression?
So someone is a really jolly person, he attends social gathering, he meets people, he's glad to meet people, but then you suddenly see him backing out of things. You suddenly seeing him not being interested.
Sorry to cut you. So the thing is, change in mood or change in personality, a sudden or a weekly or in couple of weeks, that person is changing his or her behavior towards other friends or family. So you are telling that sign indicates that he or she is suffering from depression, or something is wrong with his brain or body or his current situation.
Yeah, that is something. So there are two types of depression that is not really mentioned in many of the blogs that you would say. There is a typical depression and there is a atypical depression. So when we talk about typical depression, we have just talked about it. The person would be withdrawing, he would not be eating much, he would not be sleeping much, he would be tired and all those things. And then the second type of depression is atypical depression.
Atypical?
Atypical.
Okay.
So basically the atypical is where a non-social person would be extremely social. He would be eating a lot, he would be sleeping a lot, he would be engaging himself into more activities. But the root cause of it is that you would be feeling worthless. You would be upset, you would be sad, but you just do not want to show it to people.
Okay, so something is wrong inside you, but you can't share. You don't want to share unless it's out of your control. All right, that's a really good definition of depression. Okay, I would like to add what I was thinking for the last few days. Depression comes from a problem which you cannot solve.
No, it is solvable. Okay, every problem is solvable. It's like it is something that is affecting them because they are not ready for the situation. It can be of any sort. It can be a change in their life. It can be something removing from their life. It can be something like it can be anything. It can be educational stress. It can be some family factors and everything.
Yeah. Okay, so again, depression can be a problem which is not solvable, or I don't have a solution for that problem. for myself, I cannot solve it by myself, so I'm going in dark phase, dark side, and I'm not talking or not being friendly, not going out, or I'm too social. I have personality change within couple of weeks, so within maybe couple of days. Some people might suffer from migraine or the other, they will show off their depression by different actions. Okay, तो मुझे लगता है कि जो प्रॉब्लम है, other people, doctors or psychologists or psychiatrists have solutions. The people around you must have solution of that problem. Yeah, they can solve it. But the person who's going in depression, who's feeling low, doesn't feel like he or she has a solution. That's why maybe he's going in depression. Is it right?
Yeah, eventually people do not notice it,
Hmm.
but then again their mind are full with negative thoughts that they cannot find a solution, and they go deep into the depression.
Okay, this is like in our culture, in our society, if you are suffering or you have signs of depression, people will try to be angry with you, try to be a little bit forceful to you, and they will try to correct you in a strict manner. They don't even understand that there might be something wrong in his current situation. That's why he or she is suffering from depression. So how can we try to teach our audience and our culture, our society, to try to identify depression? आपने बोला कि personality change. और क्या क्या हो सकता है? हम किसी को जज करना है, मदर ने सन को, भाई ने बहन को, किसी को भी, टीचर ने स्टूडेंट को जज करना है कि इसको डिप्रेशन है या नहीं. उसको पहला साइन किसी और एंगल से बताएं, क्या हो सकता है कोई?
So it's the thing कि everyone notice कि the person is changing. ठीक है? The fact is that they would not understand if it's depression or not.
Okay.
So if a teacher is in his class and he sees a student who was an active student dropping his grades, the teacher has to go and approach the student. Okay, what exactly is the issue? The same case if he sees that the student was a backbencher, the student was really a good student, and then it turns out that he is being the opposite person, means something in his life is changing. He is changing. So that is what the teachers need to identify. When we talk about in-house, our mother, our sisters, our brothers, our fathers, and even the grandparents, these are some people who have seen us through our every stage. So when we talk about depression, it's something that is really obvious, and people do notice it, but again they do not differentiate it with a normal emotion and a depression. People need to be educated of depression ताकि they do not confuse it with him, because if you just go to a depression person and you say bhai tum just figure your things out and it's not a big deal, and whatever the authoritative style is, it would just lead him with all negative thoughts कि so my emotions, my feelings are worthless. जो कि पहले ही उसके माइंड में कहीं ना कहीं चीजें हैं.
Yeah, same thing I was telling that our society will force or try to control that human being who's stuck in a problem, and she doesn't have the solution for that. Either to try to investigate it, try to find out the reasons, what happened and how he or she became depressive person. They will try to push him to get up in the morning, go to school, college or job, and even maybe he's suffering from any severe pain or severe mental issues. This can lead to other bigger diseases, permanent damage of health or brain maybe. So let's talk about few solutions. If you feel, I think every second person in our society feels like they have couple of issues with them. Either it's like their appearance, either it's like their education or money issues, or maybe they want to get rid of someone in their relation, or maybe they want to include someone. Either it's like any other issue. There are countless issues in our society which are the cause of depression to people. So I would like to ask, um, if I'm feeling like I have a problem and I'm feeling like down, which few things I can do to to encourage myself to come out from that situation quickly rather than going in the darker and darker area. I should come out and be strong.
Okay, so the first thing is that identifying your problem. So you need to accept it to yourself that you are in a depressive state. Somewhere what you need to connect the dot. Okay, why are you in the depressive state? This is only when you develop an insight. One of the thing about depression is that you do not feel like even moving from your current situation.
Yeah.
You want to just stay in your bed the whole day and do nothing. In this case, the first thing is motivate yourself for a healthy day. You getting out of bed in the morning is the biggest success for a depressive person. Spending the whole day is a big success. I would recommend put down a sticky note that keeps reminding you that you are doing a great job. You are doing a good job with waking up in the morning, with brushing your teeth, taking a shower, having your breakfast, and then talking to people, at least one person at a time. It doesn't have to be a proper discussion. Yeah, something you can just have a regular conversation. But again, when I talk about talking to people, that doesn't mean you have to fake a talk. You just have to talk if you feel like talking.
Okay, मैंने अपनी ज़िंदगी में कुछ देखा है कि if you can keep the problem to yourself for a longer time, most societies every society has different values. Our society teaches us to keep problem to ourselves, which is totally wrong. I disagree. I don't like the way we are taught, that don't discuss these things with your friends or family or others. Try to solve it by yourself. If you talk to your parents, they will be angry to you. They will not allow you to go out or continue studies or go out for, let's say, movies. Okay, so my idea is discuss, at least talk to your seniors who who are elder than you. They will guide you, and it's not necessary that your family members will teach you the true values, the right path, the solution. You can talk to anyone you find on the road. Just stop them and talk to them. Or in a garden, you go in the okay, now from my side, if I'm feeling down or I'm depressed or I have a bigger problem which is I don't have the solution for that problem for many days or maybe months, I would think which things will make me happy. Maybe 1 year ago, 2 years ago, or when I was a little child, what is my passion, what I like, and I will go out and do that thing. Even maybe that's a little bit harmful for me, for example, going movies too much, or let's say watching television for whole day, whole night, not sleeping, or maybe if someone has got bad habits like smoking or something like that, they will do those things, but it might bring them out of that depressive phase and they might feel happy. So the first advice from my side is try to find out quickly from your brain that what do you like, just do that. Don't worry about the problem for that moment. Try to do the thing which you like, and I'm sure it will give you peace for some time. And the second advice from my side is discuss. Okay, let's continue a little bit more.
Okay, so one of the things that you just discussed, that so there is a gender difference in depression as well. So when we talk about men in our society, sharing is not a big component in our men. So that is why men fall in depression, and it is really tough for them to get out, because they do not even allow the person to help them out.
Yes.
So yes, that is really a good advice, that allowing a person to help you. Talk to other depressive person. You guys can sort the things out. You can figure the things out yourself. For the females, yes, females have a good component and a healthy thing that they can share. They can share with anyone easily, and then people would be there to support them. But then that is where the dependency level comes on. It is okay to be to help, take someone's help in figuring out your depression, but then being dependent on that person is something that is wrong.
Now, the idea I want to bring from this platform is one of the idea I would like to say again. I want you guys to listen to me and to her and to everyone coming on this channel and everyone around you, but don't believe anyone. Yeah, that's the idea of my whole YouTube talk show is just listen to me or listen to her or any other person around you, but don't believe them unless you have a written thing. You search on Google and you can see and you can feel it like it's real. My brain is accepting this. This is real. I would say don't even listen to your doctor. This is this is the type of person I am, because I have lived in a couple of other places as well where education or where the society will teach you. You can listen, you can argue for hours and hours, but don't believe them. So only believe those things which your brain will allow you to believe and to accept. Alright, let's talk about something totally different. If someone comes to you and asks for help, like he or she has a problem, and what type of questions you will ask him or her? Like first 3, 4, 5 questions. What type of questions those questions can be?
For someone who is asking for help, if we're not like specifying it to depression, it would be like, first of all, okay, how about just calm you down? How I would calm the person down, because he definitely came with me with anxiety situation. Once he is calmed down, now he is with a clear mind. Now I would definitely ask him what exactly the problem is, and I would like to know the problem in detail so that he can evaluate his own problem as well. Well, a psychologist never gives you suggestions. He never gives you a roadmap. So it's like something that he would be asking you for your problem. He would be asking you for what do you think is the possible solutions, and then eventually the thing that you think is the best solution, he would support you. And if that is the right solution, he would definitely support you. Okay, just go through that path and how that thing can be healthy and how that thing can be not healthy.
Oh, wonderful. I like the idea that a psychologist will not pressurize you or force you or guide you or even give you a real clear indication or suggestion. He or she will listen to you and try to find out what do you think is the right solution for that problem. And I think that's really a wonderful idea to, because the person who's suffering knows him or her most. So they will tell you eventually in couple of sessions or maybe 4 or 5 sessions that what is the solution. I should take this path and I will be successful then. Alright, so we talk about questions. Now let's talk about what is the solution if someone is suffering from let's say anxiety. They cannot be they don't stay in one place, they don't stay at one job, or they have a behavior continuous change.
Okay, so I do not believe that is anxiety, first of all.
Okay.
Okay, but if someone is suffering from anxiety, anxiety is like something that if you ask a person with anxiety, he would say, okay, I feel like I'm having a heart attack.
Oh.
Okay, that is the most common thing, because your heart starts pumping, you start sweating, you are shivering and all those stuff. So for an anxiety person, for someone who has physiological symptoms, it is necessary for them to calm down their physiological symptoms. In order to do that, the most and the best way is deep breathing. Breathe for at least 10 minutes, relax your mind. Once you're in a stable mode, you can think something clearly out of that. When we talk about long-term treatment for anxiety, so it is something that, because anxiety comes with a core belief of something that is negative, so you have a fear associated to whatever action that is. So if we talk about a person who doesn't stays for at a place for a long time, we can say that the guy has commitment issues.
Okay.
So he doesn't want, he feels that if he stays at one person, he would be trapped. And the fear of being trapped is where he just keeps jumping, job hopping for the like 6 months to 12 months.
Yeah.
So on that case, how about identifying that why do you have those fears? So there are two ways of anxiety. Either you you give yourself an exposure therapy, you jump straight to the change. You would suffer the physiological symptoms and you would accept the physiological symptoms. If you survive that, you would be cured from that anxiety. And the second way is gradually adapting yourself to the situation. So you like tell yourself it's okay if I stay in this particular place for like 2 months, for 3 months. Okay, and you like
Sorry to cut you. Yeah, some people will like to run away after 5 minutes or 10 minutes from a conversation, from any event or from any place, from meeting as well. They will try to conclude quickly. So I feel like there are different type of people. Some might be feeling awkward, or they might have less confidence, or they might have fear to be exposed too much. They will bring out their personality too much in front of someone. They don't want to share idea. But some people might be different. They might not feel interested in that event or that place, or their place might be boring for them, or their place might be not allowing them to flourish, or to do what is right. Or maybe there are many other indications that suggest that person to leave that premises, or maybe do something better than that. So yeah, then there is a problem of weight. How can we adjust with weight? Like for example, someone is delaying a process. Someone is saying, just give us some time, wait, or excuses. How can a person adjust and try to absorb a waiting game? Like weight can create depression, maybe a little bit. What do you talk? How can you talk and discuss waiting?
So if someone cannot wait, if someone has a problem of waiting, that means the person lacks patience. The person lacks tolerance. So again, this is something that is being learned eventually. So you have to wait once with a positive mind. So the game works like this. You're waiting and you're with the negative mind. He is ditching me. Yeah, he doesn't want to do that. Yeah, something like that. If you're waiting, you can think of a positive. Maybe the person is stuck in traffic. Maybe the person has a justified reason. Maybe something. Even though you have clear indications that the person is not interested, whatsoever, always think of a positive solution, because that is when the patience adapts, builds itself up.
Because somewhere in the society, somewhere in the world, it's considered rude to let others wait. But somewhere in the society, our culture maybe, or different cultures, they will teach you, let them wait, let them come back to you. So there is a gap in society, and sometimes you feel like waiting is not the right way. You just tell them, I'm not waiting. But couple of months ago, I found a book. There is always a yes after a no. So someone is saying no for 100 times. After 101 first time, he or she might say yes, and this will eventually happen. So eventually happen. So patience is a thing where sometimes you need it, sometimes you don't need it. Sometimes you need to come out and say it, whatever is true. And let's try to proceed with some really useful. I want our audience to get something out of this conversation. I want them to understand and try to take out or note down few tips. Like if you are feeling depressed, you come out from that. Your emotions goes on the top and come back again. But after some time, a week or two, you feel like it's continuous. When you feel like something is wrong with you, continuous, and you are feeling like you are depressed, you can evaluate a little bit which precautionary measures you can take, and what are the tips, bullet points tips that you will write down in your diary, that if something goes wrong with me related to depression, what will I do for myself in order to come out of that situation.
Okay, so the first thing that should be done is change your current situation, change your current environment. So because there are studies that because your environment is negative, people tend to fall in depression. So whatever the environment is, change your environment. Go for a vacation. Yeah, if you cannot go for a vacation and disturb your routine, how about waking up early or at the evening, go for a morning walk. Yeah, evening walk.
So the first thing you said is change and then exercise. I love it. I think both are really wonderful advices up till now. Okay, there are 99 wrong things in me, or I'm depressed of those things, yeah. But there is one quality in me as well. If I try to find that quality, I will overcome those 99 problems. So that is the one thing I would like to say. And first thing we talked about change. Second thing we talked about exercise. Third thing you said that you have to find out which things will make you happy. For example, yeah. Try to go through in last 7 days which couple of things made you happy. Note down those things. So that is why elders were saying, they say that, you know, keeping a diary, writing few things, couple of things before you go to bed, one problem, two good things, three bad things or one good thing in your day, yeah, it will help you. Eventually you will flip 2-3 pages and you'll see these things made me happy. That person, I met that person and he enlightened my day, enlightened my, you know, whole situation. So these are the few things. You want to add something in
Yeah,
this?
I do believe that journal writing, diary writing is one of the best exercise that you can do. It is something that you are letting out your emotions on a piece of paper. So you do not have, you do not need a person, but you are letting yourself out. You know your emotions are safe, and at the same out you're ventilating. So ventilating is really important. Again, make your routine worth it to write it down. So you wake up in the morning, you have a lazy day at home, you did nothing, you were on your bed the whole day, you were in front of the TV. That is not something that you can write about. Yes, you can write about your negative thoughts, but too much negative thoughts doesn't lead to a positive thing. So bring something in your life, positive things in your life, that you can just write it down, that can spread positivity in your life. And yes, that would definitely help you if you're suffering through a phase of depression.
Okay, wonderful. So for me, you know, again, every human being has ups and downs in their lives. Yeah, the brave person will come out of their situation. So if you cannot come out, ask for help, ask for advice. And how important is willpower in this situation? If you are depressed, there is a permanent or semi-permanent temporary problem with you, and you are depressed. Now willpower, how can we bring out willpower?
So you need to have a strong willpower, that is no doubt, but it is something that is in there. Again, as I mentioned earlier, you need to know you're depressed. Once you realize that you're depressed, you need to gain the courage to just beat the depression. So people go from down to down. It is something that you need to be prepared by yourself. It is not easy. It is the most toughest thing to get out of your bed when you're in a depressive state. But yes, willpower is the only thing that can go through that. And there is no hard and fast rule how can you develop a willpower. It varies from person to person.
No, this is I agree with you. But the thing is, if you are not going to solve your problem, no one else will. So you have to be a little bit, stronger from inside. 1 day, 2 day, third day, you need to take stand, and you need to bring out that courage. Every human being has willpower. I believe, we are stronger from inside. We just need to find that one good light or one good element, one good a little bit passionate moment, and again try to find those people around you who makes you happy, and try to find out those habits, those situations. Every depressed, every what do you call it, the reason why you are depressed has a movie as well. A lot of movies you will find on internet which will relate to you. We need to find that type of movie. Or one more thing, there are lots and lots of websites which will help you diagnose the right thing, which their diagnosis will be free of cost, plus they will give you some correct advices as well. So you can sit on Google, you can try to find out solutions, start taking notes. In 1 hour you will have a clear cut idea what is happening to me and what I need to do right now, without going to anyone, without spending any money. So from my side, what do you think? They should Google their problem?
I do believe that Google your problem with from a valid site. You do need to see that the site is it the right site or not. But yes, there are apps, there are websites that can help you with depression. Seeing others' journey from depression, that helps you a lot. Okay, if someone from chronic depression can come back, you can come back as well.
So is migraine, the pain in brain is also related to this thing?
Migraine is, so there are different types of migraine. Migraine is basically related to stress.
Okay.
So
what is the difference between migraine, stress and depression?
okay, so migraine is basically it's a biological thing. It is some changes in your blood flow and something. So when a person is extremely stressed, the person has the brain is like really processing it fast, and then because it cannot provide you with a solution, it will provide you with pain. When we talk about stress and when we talk about depression, the difference in between them is that a depressive person doesn't care about the world, where a stressed person does. He cares about every small thing, and he personalizes every small thing towards it.
So I'm not depressed, I might be stressed. Okay, let's continue. All right, so depression or stress, you have to find out which type of person you are. Yeah, because I think stressful person is maybe a little bit better than depressed. Or then there will be the third choice, willpower and solution finding. And I'm sure every human being can find their solution. There is a solution somewhere for you, so do not give up. Or any other suggestion you want to give our audience about depression and how to come out of depression? Give us a golden line that how can you beat depression?
Okay, so it is not one way that can beat depression. So if you think you're in the beginning stage, you can definitely change up your routine, bring change in your life so that you can beat your depression. If you think that it is in a mild level, ask for your friend's help. And if it at a chronic level, do ask for professional advice.
Okay, wonderful. Guys, if you have any questions related to depression or stress or anything, let us know. She will answer your questions. I'm sure I will let her know that our audience wants to know these things. We can also, if possible, she might come back again. We'll continue this discussion. I want to make a really recent vlog on addiction and how to refrain yourself, how to quit addiction. There are multiple types of addictions. We'll come back and talk about those as well. Alright, now you need to subscribe and hit the like button and give us a nice feedback if you think we were making sense and you have listened to us. Now you have to validate our information and then use it. Anything else you want to say?
No.
Alright, thank you very much. Bye.